Anderson, and Krathwohl's taxonomy. B.ED first year. This is the most important question that comes in the exam. Explain the Anderson and Krathwohl's taxonomy. If you write in a similar way I'm explaining in this video, you will surely score full marks. Start with an introduction. In 1956, S. Bloom classified domains of human learning into three parts. Cognitive means knowing, related to head. Affective means feeling, related to heart. And psychomotor means doing, related to hand, as the educational objectives. Bloom's taxonomy is a model of classification of thinking into multi-level, increasing order of complexities. As a result of this classification, a series of taxonomies was obtained in each domain that provided a means of expressing qualitatively different levels of thinking of learners. However, over a period of time, new ideas and insight emerged about the teaching-learning process. In order to reflect the changed insight and meet the needs of the learners, Lauren W. Anderson, a former student of Bloom, and David R. Krathwohl, one of the co-authors of Bloom's book, led a team of experts in revising Bloom's taxonomy. The result was published in 2001 in the form of book, A Taxonomy for Learning, Teaching and Assessing. A revision of Bloom's taxonomy of educational objective. The revised taxonomy appears similar, yet significant changes are there. Let us discuss it. Bloom's taxonomy has 6 tiers of learning, arranged in a hierarchical way. For example, if a learner applies her knowledge, she has already crossed the previous 2 stages of learning. With a few changes in hierarchy, the revised taxonomy has also 6 tiers of learning that are more explicit. One of the other significant changes is that revised Bloom's taxonomy has 2 dimensions, identified as knowledge dimension and the cognitive process dimension, whereas Bloom's taxonomy has only 1 dimension. In this figure, the change is minor yet significant. It is obvious a shift from noun to verb words. The word knowledge was considered inappropriate as a category of thinking, so is replaced by remembering. Thinking is an active process, and knowledge is the product of thinking. Knowledge is not viewed as a form of thinking. Comprehension is revised as an understanding. Evaluating has replaced synthesis, and creating has replaced evaluation, as the word synthesis was not very communicative about the learning actions. Levels of knowledge. The first 3 of these levels were identified in the original work, but rarely discussed or introduced when initially discussing the use of taxonomy. Metacognition was added in the revised version. Factual knowledge. It is a basic knowledge of facts, equations, definitions, terminology, etc. Conceptual knowledge. It is a knowledge of theory, generalization, and interrelation of different concepts in physical science. Procedural knowledge. It is knowledge about scientific processes and inquiry. Metacognitive knowledge. It is knowing about knowledge. It is about learners' awareness about her own learning process. Please note that, in the updated version, the term metacognitive has been added to the array of knowledge types. For readers not familiar with this term, it means thinking about one's thinking in a purposeful way, so that one knows about cognition. Drawing the given figure of the cognitive process is mandatory. One of the things that clearly differentiate the new model from that of 1956 original is that it lays out components nicely so they can be considered and used. Hope this video was simple to understand and useful to you all. Do consider subscribing my channel and like the video.